Hello. In Telegram, I promised that I would try to do a video showing how to find out which project is causing problems. And so here we are. As you can see, I have my Target Translations folder open. And so these are all of the projects that I have in BTT-Writer right now. So if I start BTT-Writer, there I get that error. How do I find out which of these projects is causing it? Well, the first thing to do is to sort the projects so that it's easier. And in order to do that, I'm going to make some additional folders. So I'm going to make a folder that I call All. I'm going to make a folder that I call Good. And I'm going to make a folder that I call Bad. So this way I have a folder for projects that haven't been tested yet. I have a folder for projects that have been found bad, and I have a folder for projects that have been found good. Now, one thing that's important here is that because these folders don't have names that look like projects, BTT-Writer is going to completely ignore them. And in fact, any folder that's inside one of these folders, so like if I move all of these into All and then start BTT-Writer, it just tells me I don't have any projects. And so that's very useful for being able to move things around so that it's not in the way. Okay, so I have 14 items in my All. I'm going to pick 7 of them, and I'm going to move them back into the Target Translations folder. Start BTT-Writer, and I'll see if one of these is a bad project. Okay, yes it is. All right, so I'm going to close that, and out of these 7, I'm going to move 3 of them back into the All, because I don't know if they're good or bad yet. I just know that I need to test more. So now I'm down to 4, and I'm going to try BTT-Writer again. No error. Okay, so these 4 projects are all good. Let me move those into the Good folder. Now I've got 10 items. Let's choose 5 of them. And actually, I'm going to start with the 3 that were moved out before. So I think one of these 3 must have an error, because I got an error when I didn't have the error after I moved them out. So let's open up BTT-Writer again. Yep, I've got an error still. So I'm going to move Deuteronomy out and start BTT-Writer again. Still have an error. I'm going to move Amos out. Open BTT-Writer. And I still have an error. Okay, so 1 Samuel is a bad project. I'm going to move that to the bad folder. Let's try Deuteronomy and Amos again. Okay, they're both good. Let me move them into the Good folder. Now we only have 7 items again. Let me take 4 of them. I'll move them into this folder and start BTT-Writer. Okay, those 4 are good. I'm going to move them into the Good folder. And now the last 3. Uh-oh, I've got a problem again. So let's find out what it is. I'm going to move Ruth out. In fact, you know what? Another way that we can do this, since we only have 3, I'm going to try Ruth by itself. Okay, that's good. Zechariah by itself. That one's good. And Zephaniah, this one should be the bad one. Okay, yep, that's a bad one. All right, now if you remember from the other video, the way that I can fix this is to change the resource type. And you'll see here that the folder name also says ULB. says ULB here. I'm going to change it back to a regular project. So now it says reg instead of ULB. So I'm going to quit BTT-Writer and start again, and we'll see if I get that error. Nope, we're all good now, so I'm going to move this into the good. Now I only have the one bad project. That's 1 Samuel. So I open up BTT-Writer. And one last launch to see that everything's good. Yep. And so now I want to open up the good folder, move all of these back in here, and start BTT-Writer one more time. Okay, no error. That's awesome.